Now whip it good.
Welcome to WIP IT Thursdays, customizing live stream where we work on customs, take questions, and just chit chat about geek stuff. Whipping it out, we got Harker Customs,
Hello.
and that's who I got with me here tonight. Let's see, I got Collector Express, and I think Customs of Harker and Express Collector. Tonight I got a few projects I'm working on. I got Lore 2.0 I'm working on, and I got the Trostis, and Cersei's kind of just taking a break a little bit, waiting on my friend who's casting the hairpiece for me, and he showed me like the first run, and he's working on like getting like the air bubbles out of the bottom of it, which so far it's looking really good.
That's awesome.
That's going to be a great addition. If you don't mind, I hope I'll send them some moolah to send me several copies of that, because that's such a great 90s hairpiece.
Yeah, that's cool.
I already like cut it out, hold it out where you can actually put it like a Marvel Legends head on it, so it's good to go once it's cast. And
are they going to be the rubberized, or are these going to be the hard cast ones?
they're going to be rubberized.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's really cool.
He was kind enough to mold those and mold that, and he's going to try to make a mold of the loose collector head too, Lady Death.
Oh, nice.
Casting that in anything would help because it's so heavy.
Yeah, it really is. If that head ever gets like loose on that neck, oh my god, be instantly going and throwing an O-ring on that just to try to get it back to being moderately good at moving back around.
Name of Hell's in the house. Hello. Yeah, that's when I did the review on that Lady Death figures. That's one thing I mentioned. Is like that, how heavy that head is. I mean, they really should have cast it in two pieces because it's one piece. The hairs and head is all one piece.
Yeah, I guess really he was still kind of maybe learning a little bit.
Oh yeah,
if you could really say that for a guy that's been like customizing for how long,
Yeah, well, it's going from customizing to manufacturing is a big step too. So,
but you're also going through like a company that Executive Replicas, they mostly deal in 1/6 and statues, so right. Yes. I don't think they deal with very much if any 1/12 scale stuff, right?
I don't think, not often. Name of Hell like hurt me. Well, I said One Piece, and maybe that's where this comes from. So I can watch the series. I'm actually on starting episode 6 right now.
I am not going to watch it yet because I have not started the anime.
What?
Yeah.
It's been on since 1999.
Yeah. I have not started it.
I will say there is one thing that's bugged the shit out of me with the live action adaptation. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but they reveal like something in the series about a couple characters that shouldn't have been revealed for years in their timeline.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, and they make a point to bring it up a lot. It's like, why did you have to reveal that now? We, as a viewing audience, we knew before the characters on the show. But
yeah, I could see if anybody's like watching the anime and it's like, oh, I'll check it out, and then like gets that spoiled, probably pretty PO'd then.
It's it's basically like the relationship between Luffy and Garp, and Vice Admiral Garp. They reveal their.
Well, don't spoil it. Don't
Well,
spoil
I'm not
it.
saying. I'm
the show.
Well, I'm actually just saying this. They reveal something about those two way too soon.
Okay.
I mean, it was literally
up real quick on my start watching list.
They're basically telling the first season of the anime in live action.
Yeah, it's like probably one of the only, if maybe the only, successful live action anime adaptation.
Well, they stayed true to the source material, except for that little piece I mentioned, which is still true in the anime,
but just out of order.
Yeah. We got Queen Comics in the house. Greetings, my friend. How are y'all doing tonight? Streaming you here at the shop. Cool. I am working on another, like a version 2 of my character lore, with a little more sculpted detail into the torso. I lowered the neck. Excuse me, hiccups. Actually lowered the neck on this one to get rid of the giant traps on the Warpath torso, which the silhouette looks so much better now without those giant traps and the neck sticking up too tall. I am just doing the boring stuff right now is sanding, smoothing, priming, sanding, smoothing, priming. Because once you sand, you can't see where see if you got it knocked down enough until you throw another.
Doing the boring part of mine too, which is getting all the fuzz off of my bat capes before I send them out. Make sure there's no little dots, no little specks of anything on there. Been putting off getting the rest of it, but after these, they're done. They're out. They're gone. No more. Not doing them. It's the last of them. Bye bye. No more 89 bat capes. I'll probably do a few other kinds of Batman capes here and there, probably, but they're all going to be pre-made. None of them are going to be pre-ordered, and it'll be if I want to. That's about it. If I decide I don't want to, it just ain't gonna happen.
Well, I did get for everybody watching. I got some of the figures in from Don. He bought the West Coast Avengers box set, and he bought it mainly for the Iron Man, and he kept the Spider Woman, which I already customized with Spider Woman, so I didn't need it. So I got the Hank Pym, the Tigra, and the Mockingbird, which I hate the fact they put those horrible arms on Mockingbird. Those old style arms. So with Hank Pym, I wasn't real interested in the guy. But I like the head. It looks like it's going to be that would be a better head for Chuckles than what they've showed so far for Chuckles. It might be better in person, but I popped this off and stuck it on Outback, and it scales well with Outback's body. So I don't know how big Chuckles is going to be, but I got looking through those boots. Those are some nice looking Ghost Rider looking boots.
Oh yeah, they are. How does he scale with Vulcan?
Vulcan. Do I have a Vulcan nearby? Oh, hold on a second. Let me change my zoom level. Get my big old gut in this camera. I got. There's one, the bottom of the feet up. They're about shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I figured he was going to be pretty big.
Because he's basically using most of the Red Skull body from the waist, legs. Those are Red Skull legs. Arms. It's got a new torso. He's got grandpa pants on. The waist is really high. Comes up above his level.
Man, that ab crunch is hilarious.
And I don't know why they put it. This is all new torso. It's like, why did you not just give him a diaphragm joint? Because this is useless. This is the most useless ab crunch I've ever seen. This goes. That's it. I mean, that is it.
So weird.
And it barely moves. And same in the backwards. Barely moves. I think it's worse in the back. But he's got a separate neck piece. So if anybody's with the Talos figure, they made the head and necks. The head and neck are the one piece on that figure. So you could probably use this neck on the Talos body. Same with like the the Disney Plus Hawkeye. He's got the separate neck like the G.I. Joe figures. And Xavier Frost, Harker, that Hank Pym figure I was talking about for the Lone Ranger frame.
I know. That's why I asked to see how big it was next to Vulcan. And like I said, it was gigantic. I knew it was going to be gigantic.
Oh, we got Team Solo, our first family of the night.
Family, 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 family.
Reminder, Gun Bunny Customs for show guests. Oh, yeah, I need to reach out to him. He's doing those 3D printed, well, not 3D print. He's doing those custom his tanks. He's making molds for. And put my old man glasses on so I can do some sanding. I need to. I do find that the Epoxy Sculpt does not sand as easy as the Fixit Sculpt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little tougher material once it sets up.
I gave the blend of green stuff and Milliput a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's really, 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 really good. It's probably the best I've ever used for sculpting, and it almost makes me regret buying a big jar of Epoxy Sculpt, because it's so good that I don't know if I'll even use the Epoxy Sculpt.
The Epoxy Sculpt is good though if you're going to do texture stamping.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I don't know what on times with it's going to take a lot of like tinkering with I think they gave it a name, like green put or something. Like, I don't know, they were giving it some kind of nickname, but like it's that hybrid is unbelievable. So good.
The shiznit.
I was rather shocked. Because green stuff by itself is a total pain in the ass to sculpt with. What I do love about it is it sticks so well to surfaces. Like, you know, on this particular coat, it did not, like, no matter what, like anything I used did not want to stay onto this collar, and I roughed this collar up real good, and I put like hash marks on it, and, you know, put little divots and stuff for stuff to stick on, like for the any kind of epoxy sculpt or Procreate. I tried epoxy sculpt, Procreate. Nothing really wanted to stay onto it. But as soon as I tried green stuff, man, it stayed real easy. So I was like, well, crap. It's gonna have its uses after all. I need to go ahead and start painting these. I've had these like nearly done for ages at this point.
Hang Solo said he talked to Ollie's managers. Fat Allergy Agile Classifieds confirmed Snake Eyes movie figures, which I found those. Classified Python Patrol confirmed at some Goodwill stores. Really? Got Darth and nothing else. Party on, Darth. He would be a great guest and also very talented. Yeah, I'll reach out to Toy Giganta. The Burlington Coat Factory gets figures too. Or Burlington, whatever they call it now. They dropped the Coat Factory years ago, I guess.
Yeah, I got a few things sitting in my pile of loot. Tunnel rats in there.
Mm-hmm.
Got a snow serpent in there.
I passed on the snow serpent.
I'm gonna do I got fur that I'm gonna use for
The boots with the fur.
wired fur, like cape thing. So I wanted to pick it up for that. Send one of those over to Robo since he loves the snow serpent so much. Probably end up making a couple more. Maybe like throw 5 on the website, and if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they'll hug my inventory for a while until they do sell. If they never sell, I'll take them off there and I'll use them for something else.
Oh, I saw in one of the groups somebody's they're in a watch group for Hasbro Pulse. They mentioned they accidentally put the HasLab order page live for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah,
and showed the price. If it's true, it's the cheapest HasLab yet.
Oh yeah,
$200.
Really? That would be the smartest thing that they will have done in a long time if that's the case.
Yeah. There's been no reason for the HasLabs to be as expensive as they are, because you can buy a Titan class transformer. Like when the Sentinel came out, it's not much bigger than a Titan class transformer.
See if they
and you can buy at the time you could buy a Titan class transformer for like less than $150.
Because not many people are too excited just about a Giant Man or / Goliath or whoever they want to whoever that's going to be. I mean, I knew who it was going to be. I knew it was going to be one of them. Brian originally told me that the idea was going to do Hank Pym's lab with like different versions of Hank Pym. I guess they finally realized at some point that that was a stupid idea. Thank God.
Nobody would have bought that. That would never would have funded. If we probably would have kept getting stupid shit like that though, if the Engine of Vengeance funded at over exuberant prices.
When I saw that that Hank Pym came in that West Coast Avengers set, that kind of said, okay, they're probably not going to do that then. If that came out, I was like, okay, we there's a good chance they're not going to do that stupid shit then.
Harker has a boot with the fur.
So if they end up doing it cheap like that, that's great. That'll be really, really good.
That'd be the
I'm
smartest
still not
thing.
gonna get it. I don't have that very much room as it is. So
well, they're not being as arrogant with their postings this time around too. Last year they got kind of a little arrogant with the Engine of Vengeance posts. I think it's hard to believe they ever thought that was going to fund at that price.
I just like the fact that everybody that's been putting up the pictures with the shadow, that are adding the extra thing between the legs, that are getting it, just are getting like put.
So what was clever thing to do, which nobody would have got on with it, had different sizes, one for Hank Pym, one for Goliath.
They're all getting pulled down, like all the ones that I've seen. I wonder if like Hasbro's been like, as soon as they catch wind of one, they've been like reporting it or something. Because that's pretty hilarious, honestly.
Maybe not the cheapest HasLab at $200. I think Transformers had $180 has. Oh yeah, with Stark Saber and Victory Leo. But if you put those two together, they were over 200, but they were less than 200 a piece. Yeah, but had the complete. Was it no Victory Leo? Was that one set? Victory Leo and Star Saber? Was that one set, or am I thinking something else? I think it might have been one set. Then you had Deathosaur. Yeah. But I think those were overpriced. Because those were like Titan class prices for what they would call like a commander class now. Like they change the classes all the time on Transformers. Or make new ones up. Yeah, you're right though. Question: what do you think the new Hasbro logo going to be in cost? I saw a screenshot of somebody showing like price on like $200, and it's Giant Man. If that's true,
I wonder how tall.
Yeah,
if they did like 18 inches, would be. I think that'd be. I mean, because they shouldn't do it any bigger than that. I mean, if they did it like the size of freaking the Sentinel, that'd be kind of weird.
Right there. So what I saw is HasLab Giant Man status, new product price $199.
Huh.
If that's the price, they'll easily get that funded. Now that's out there too, though. If it's not that, if it's more than that, people will be like, "What the hell?" I don't think he's going to be as big as at $200. I doubt he's going to be Sentinel size.
Yeah, I hope not. Like, I really, really hope not, because I don't want him to be, you know, getting up there with like Galactus level, you know, all. But I really hope he has like a pretty decent amount of stuff at $200 though.
Yep. This isn't a boutique, small little toy company. This is the biggest toy company in the world. And they can make stuff. They can do stuff a lot cheaper than the little guys.
I mean, essentially, I mean, you know, we had giant Build-A-Figures with Toy Biz,
which
so,
I'm still content with my Toy Biz Giant Man.
Yeah, exactly. So they're really gonna have to one up the hell out of that in order for it to be, you know, people to actually be willing to drop the money.
The way my current display is too, I don't have a spot for anything bigger than that one. I have to rearrange my entire collection if I want to keep an Avengers shelf with, like, if I got it and like have that Giant Man in my display. You know what I mean?
What's the aftermarket on that Giant Man running usually?
I have no idea. I haven't looked in so long. With all the speculation that's coming out, I'm sure you probably covered up on eBay with them right now.
Yeah, I mean, some people say that, but like, I don't know.
We'll try to get the premium for them while they can. Less ships sailed if that's actually the thing coming out.
It's true.
Well, Galactus is really not secondary market. He's really not that bad on price.
Yeah, he's not that bad.
I think $500-$600, something like that. Secondary market price.
Over here in chat.
Does Jetmine have a huge thought? If they were going to make him in the height Sentinel, he would be appropriate size. No,
yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, but I mean, they kind of went with the Sentinel to be like legit 112, but the Galactus, they kind of just had to, I don't know, almost kind of phone it in, right? Because they had to just make him smaller no matter what, because they had no choice.
Galactus is decent size.
I mean, he can also change his size. You know,
depending on how hungry he is, can limit how big he is too.
I think the smallest he's ever been depicted was like the size of a so like 40-story building or some shit like that.
Oh, he's been depicted quite small in the comics. In the Galactus,
even smaller now.
Yep. Well, basically, he's been depicted as small as like comparison to the Legends Thanos versus the Universe Galactus.
Oh no crap! Wow.
Yep.
Let's see.
Giant Man can be variable sizes, but I can't deny it would be cool to have a giant man. He is but you know, $200. I'm going to guess at $200 he will be 2 foot tall.
Do you think it'll be that tall? 24?
Yep, that's smaller than both the Sentinel and Galactus. But still good.
Yeah.
Still good for us.
See that?
So, I could totally see it being that size. So, well, the Titans class Transformers are about 2 feet tall. I saw word too. They're going to be talking about Titan class Transformers. There's listings popping up. They're going to be reissuing Fort Max, the Titans Return, which is great for everybody who missed it because it's a good figure. And a lot of people got to missed out on it, then got Scorponok, then you don't have Fort Max to display with against Scorponok. What I like to see is do of course not now, but it kept me from buying it. I didn't buy Black Zarek, the black and gold repaint Scorponok, because I didn't have the Japanese recolor Fort Max that's the companion piece to it.
Hang Solo, about your question earlier about the that robe, you'd have to hit me up on Instagram, but it probably won't be until like maybe November until I'm taking commissions again. Because right now I got stuff coming up from 2 different toy companies that I'm about to be doing stuff for. So I might be pretty occupied for a little bit. But that's not a guarantee. So I don't know 100% if that's going to be the case.
Darth, if they price at $200, even a little bit more, I'll end up getting them. I was ready to pass on it, and I seen that $200. I was like, damn, that's kind of tempting if they do a decent Giant Man at $200. Hey, we're at the gym with does this count as my gym day too, Darth? He's taking us fools to the gym. The SH Figure Arts Black Widow white suit figure any good? And I'm thinking about getting her. I don't have her.
I have her. I mean, she's good. I'd like her, but then again, I'm a Black Widow fanatic. So I mean, that's my favorite Marvel character. So I mean, it's coming from a person that really likes Black Widow, so I mean, take that for what it is. Excellent movement. All the joints on mine are great. She stands just fine for character and platforms practically. Posability is awesome. The lightness is great as usual with figure arts. They generally nail it. Ever since that white one is when they started getting really good with the I feel with the overall mobility and the likenesses with those. I like it a lot.
The one company that's not doing good with face with likenesses, Mayfix. My God. That first Avenger cap that's coming out. Holy crap!
Well, I mean, the only thing I could say is like chickens before they hatch kind of thing, because the Mayfix I mean, for example, where's she at? She falls down here? Probably so. Let me see. Yeah. Her likeness in the promos,
Yeah.
awful, just terrible. Her likenesses on these portraits, great. The likenesses of the Superman, the Henry Cavill black costume Superman, the promos,
Yeah.
terrible. The actual figure, pretty damn good. Better than anybody else has put out so far.
They had to put their A game on that Superman though, because they screwed up the first time they did it. Big
Yeah.
time.
That's why I'm saying it's like it's kind of hard to judge. I mean, also y'all also have to look at the boys stuff. Butcher is good. Homelander is good. I mean, that Homelander's better than anybody else's. I mean, kicks the shit out of Figma's, obviously. NECA's is okay for NECA. But NECA has also stepped up massively in their likenesses. I mean, look at their Doc Brown. It's like ridiculous, like picking up a little Doc Brown. It's crazy.
I'll tell you who's, I think, the big misstep, speaking of the boys, that NECA, they're doing the show figures, which is fine, but what people would, I personally would have preferred more, they did the comic characters.
Can't. They won't give the rights.
The creator won't give the license the rights out.
Nope. Won't get the rights to do the toys. McFarlane already tried.
But is it?
He went as far as making them without consent, apparently.
Well, thing is though, some people, some of the other comic book industry guys too, just don't like Todd.
I mean, that's true. But like he like prototyped out like he drew them out, the prototypes, and then like some like it was wind was caught that they were like talking about like making them and under an Image umbrella, and since he holds some rights here and there with Image, they thought they could pull a fast one and release them, and they're like, fuck no. But yeah, Todd's not very well liked. Call them young men. Third party release. Now, third party release, that could absolutely happen.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd be more interested in the comic book versions than I would the TV show.
No, yeah, I think that's what he means by doing.
Well, that's what I know. It's like that's what it means. Like if somebody did a third party did like unlicensed the boys comic book characters, be a lot more interested in it. Because completely different universe. Mother's Milk is not a good guy in the comic.
Oh yeah, I haven't read the comic ever. Darth, the Black Noir is awesome. I mean, it's pretty much. For me, obviously for me, he's my Midnighter. But I mean, he's fantastic. I mean, he's gonna do everything that you need him to do. Like moves around. wonderfully.
Mother's Milk is too. There's a reason why he's called that in the comics. He gets his powers by drinking his mother's breast milk. Yeah, there's just as much debauchery in the comic than there in stuff there is in the show. Harden up a little bit. That's all I can do on this one for now until the epoxy sets. Get caught up on the chat real quick. Wade Creates here. What's up, fellas? Darcy said, well, I've sold Harker. I'll get her. Black Widow. How does the Mayfix Black Noir? It's what you're on right now. Third party release, the Young Men's. Jada would have handled the comic versions well. Yes, they would have. I like to see Jada get a comic book property like Independent or anything. They're nailing it with the Street Fighter stuff. Their Cyberpunk 2077 stuff looks really good. That's what they showed at SDC. From the tap. Oh yeah, from Mother's Milk. yeah, Way Created is from the tap. And Butcher kills them too. Why not? Luke Skywalker drank Space Cow green tip milk. Yes, he did. That's Jed Skywalker, as Mark Hamill calls it, because he does not consider what they showed in The Last Jedi was Luke Skywalker. He calls it Jed Skywalker. I don't blame him, because that is not Luke Skywalker what they showed in The Last Jedi. Well, I bought a new airbrush. I'll get set up here soon.
Oh, cool.
I need to get one of those like boxes with a fan and the vent.
Yeah, I got one of those. It's just I don't really have anywhere to freaking set it up in here.
That's what I'll probably end up when I do that. I'll set it up in my desk upstairs. I got like an L-shaped desk, and the L's right next to a window. That way I can actually just vent out that way.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll probably just sit my airbrush up there and do my airbrushing upstairs. All right. I was trying to see where I can put this.
It'd be nice to be able to set it up so I can airbrush a lot of the Mr. Color stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although that kind of stuff. I'd rather have ventilation around me and have it going out the window as well, instead of just
Nestle flavor.
Because anytime you're spraying that stuff, you're creating a real bad gas. That methyl is dangerous.
Well, what made Superman such a good character is the way he was raised. The way Homelander was raised, well, and plus Homelander had his powers the entire time from an infant, like where they do these supers in anymore, like the babies have powers. Kryptonian, like Superman didn't develop his powers until he got to like puberty. I know the old stories that he did have powers. I know the baby picking up the car, like in the Christopher Reeves movie. But back after the Crisis on Infinite Earths, he didn't have powers until he got older, and he was raised like humble on a farm in Kansas by good people. Kryptonians were shown to be cold and emotionless at one time. Like, they would not be as nice as Superman. Superman's humanity is what makes him a good character. Power of a god, but he still considers himself human. Ryan Johnson is a jackass. I agree with that statement. Oh, I love that Omni-Man versus Homelander. Omni-Man handed him his ass.
God, yeah, Homelander would last about. Oh, okay, he's dead. That's about how long he'd last.
The only weakness that Vultramites really have is their ears, since of the high frequencies. Now, what to pick? We're going next. Here we go. That's not really enough to give them.
Like what else? Reality warping. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Oh, maybe there he is. What's up?
What up?
Not much.
Crack out some Mr. Metallic Red. Paint my ring on my atrocities. More shaky.
If you ever want an interesting metallic, you should definitely give their dark metallic red a shot. It is awesome. It is really, really nice.
Yeah, zoom back in.
How's everyone doing?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. But to take some more Tylenol, and don't want my tooth to start being an asshole. I gotta have a dental surgeon, not just a regular dentist, give me a root canal. It's going to be loads of fun. I'm so excited. I've had four root canals. I've had 4 root canals in like the last about a year. And I love them.
Did you get a coupon?
Right?
Isn't the 5th one free?
Now I should have some, do so many, get so many free. I don't know what's going on. Must have lost that shit in the mail.
I got one. I got a root canal done. It was actually my dentist is great, man. He's
Yeah, so
Wow.
is mine. Dude's quick, but I have a really terrible superpower. I really wish I could trade it in. It's the ability to process Novocaine ultra
Yeah.
fast. I
Yeah.
process Novocaine completely out of my system in anywhere from 20 to 50 minutes. Like just 20 to 50 minutes and it's gone. And they gotta stab the crap out of me all over again. You know, scraping the needle up against my jawbone. That's just lovely. I love that. That's just love the noise it makes more than anything.
Oh, Quinn Comics, are you still in the chat? If you are, let us know. I got a question for you. I don't know why I just put my glasses up because I gotta paint this now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Quinn is there.
Or the new show on Friday nights. I was wondering if you want to come on sometime. Like what's happening at the shop, or some kind of segment like that, or anything. Just come talk about like new comics coming out, or any good stories.
I like the fall event stuff happening. I think it's really good. I think they could really go some good places with it.
Mm-hmm.
Might make X-Men interesting again. And Shadowcat being Shadowcat again is really neat. She's my favorite.
Got Quinn's got a big comic shop in Texas.
He says, sure, don't mind. I need to get a cam. I don't have one.
Cool. Well, get one on order, my friend.
Well, even if he hooks up his cell phone, right?
Yeah, the cell phone works too. But actually, wanting to sit down and have a good discussion, the cam helps too.
True. Well, that's the situation I'm in with this iPad, unless I get a stand for it, right? Wade's asking what part of Texas is the shop in. So that's to you, Quinn. He says his store isn't that big. It's a reasonable size store.
Well, a reasonable sized store nowadays is a big comic book shop.
Yeah.
Most comic book shop, you don't see standalone shops hardly anymore. And that's what's really cool. His is a standalone shop. My friend here, his shop isn't inside of a gaming store. He leases space in it.
So it's in Harlingen, Texas.
Quinn always has a bunch of cool stuff in stock. That's good. I like it metallic red. It's going to look good on the screen.
That's way down there by the border. Oh, okay.
Come on, focus. Are you going to focus, camera? Hello, camera. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus. I'm going to put the head up too. All right, I'm going to have to manual this thing.
I just do manual every time now, man.
Oh, there it is. It's there.
Oh, I threatened it, and it started working.
See that?
The metallic looks good on that ring.
It does.
Cool. Now let's work on this ugly mug. I got the DC Direct one here as reference.
Sector says that ring is dope. Really pops. Oh yeah, Quinn says I am located at the southern tip of Texas, geographically.
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
That's not too far from me, right?
Well, according to
Some people.
yeah. We're right there. Right next
We're
door,
practically
bro.
neighbors, right? We're practically neighbors.
Yeah. Right there.
Nah, you see? Nah. That's green. I need black wash. I'm gonna crack one new crack bottle open.
Yeah, Wade says love that ring against the flat red. It looks dope. Oh man.
Oh. Fresh bottle of black wash. Where's that? As soon as I set it down, I saw the other bottle right here. It's already open. Let's use it. See, it takes threatening to use something else.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm showing off my collection.
This is the
Nice.
this is the stuff that I was talking about. The Mr. Metallic GX Metal Bloody Red. Oh.
Hey, where do you go?
You vanished on me.
Haha.
Okay. Quinn says, gentlemen, I'm gonna hop off. I'll talk to y'all later. Jared messaged me through Facebook Messenger. Quinn comments. We could set something up. I'll see if I can find a cam tonight.
Sweet.
What's Mr. Metallics?
And have a good one, Quinn.
This is that
Take care,
that red
Quinn.
I was talking about.
That looks good. I looked at that. I was tempted to get the dark red.
Here, I'm gonna open it. Can I give you a look-see?
Yeah, I was tempted to get the dark red when I was ordering. Ordered more gold, blue, purple, silver. I haven't tried the silver yet.
Oh yeah, that looks bloody. That looks bloody. For sure. Nice and dark.
Man, it keeps that color too. Yeah, it keeps that same luster. It's damn good stuff. For metallics, yeah, you're not gonna get better than Mr. Metallic.
It's my favorite gold right now. When I do my other character, Chrysos, Gold Rush, I'm gonna be airbrushing that gold on that.
Oh, that's gonna look really nice. Name withheld says Red One and Shadowhawk will be great comic book toy lines.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that wash. works so good over red.
Oh. Boy.
Is that your is that the wash that should be like the one that I got, but that isn't mud?
Yep. No.
I'm guessing that mine got
I bet it got open
in the
somewhere.
truck too long.
Or somebody
I
opened it and
Maybe. I just
that
think maybe it could be because I know that yeah, that's good.
this is
I've gotten paints in before that have bounced around from a couple of cities that like came to Houston and then went to like Oklahoma to Kansas to Arizona and then back to Houston, and I'm like, okay, what? And then by the time it got to me, they were like cooked, and a lot of the inside of were just
think
clumped,
about the Texas heat. Yeah.
and they were just clumped inside, and they were ruined.
That head looks like
That's probably what's happened to that one. I've never seen them be thick like muddy like what you got.
Yeah, they're trashed.
that head looks like it just spewed, man. Hey? It looks like he just spewed his toxins.
Yeah.
Where's that head from?
It's a casting Corey I did years ago.
Oh, okay.
Casting cave.
That looks so much better
Casting
than,
couch.
that looks so much better than the official head.
Yeah, this one.
Oh yeah. Shit, that's nice.
I don't know why.
You know, that
Why they
man
made-
works out so well.
His workshop is out in his garage, and when I go over there, I always sit down because he has a couch out there. I always sit down on the casting couch in the casting garage.
That's okay. What's going on down there, Harker?
I was like, "Do you want me to sit in the casting chair or over on the casting couch?" Like, you can do whatever you want, man.
Try to put a little bit more work tomorrow too.
What you working on?
I pretty much finished all those the stuff that I dyed. I painted over,
Hmm?
so most of that's painted. I'm gonna try to.
Well, you gotta tell everybody what you dyed. We don't know. We know, but I know, but nobody else knows.
I dyed a couple of suited bodies, the hammerhead. I dyed some Luke Cage parts. What else did I dye? Oh, I actually dyed the Abomination Build-A-Figure, the first one, the little one. The little brother.
Yeah.
The little brother.
Oh, you didn't show me pictures of that one. How that one turned out.
It didn't take, but it darkened the majority of it, and then some of the spots were like a lighter green. So it actually looks cool, but now I'm gonna try to do some prep work to it because it's still in pieces, right? I never put it together. I'm gonna do a little prep work, and then I'm gonna give it a nice black paint job just to see. You know how I told you black is usually my primer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna check for any rub there, and then I'm gonna do multiple layers of blue, and you know who I'm making with that. So.
Yep. I fitted the head for it.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm gonna see. I don't know when I'm gonna put work into that one. But I've got a bunch of unfinished customs that basically just need tiny bits to be done. I want to get those out of the way finally. Celine, I want to reverse the colors on her. I mean, between the matte and the gloss. Heimdall, I gotta finish I gotta repaint another helmet because that one broke when he did the shelf dive. What else? I want to finish my Netflix Iron Fist. With him, it's just some wash. And what else? And a lot of it's just taking pictures so I can actually post them. But I freaking hate taking pictures, man. My pictures, you know what it is? I know I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I ruin my own. I make my customs look underwhelming with the way I take pictures. I'm just no good at taking pictures.
A lot of it, man. Let me tell you, I knew nothing about taking pictures. Like, you know, I got a decent. I mean, my phone it's a S21 Ultra, and it's got all these freaking cameras on it, and I had no idea what I was doing. And until my buddy like kind of taught me about pro mode and all this like stuff, and he like just basically made some settings for me. It's like, just mess with this and just mess with this, and game changer, dude. Like, it changed everything about the quality of pictures that I take now. It's insane.
I just use my phone.
Yeah, I use my phone.
I want to actually buy a full-on camera. I just want to use my phone.
Yeah, I use my phone or I use my iPad or whatever, but I don't know, and another thing, like I said, is having a diorama set up or whatever, or something like that, or some kind of background. Darth, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I came in a little late, man. Good to see you.
DocuPay.
Oh, you got the shorter swing arm there. You know where mine is damaged? Just the part there that holds the wheel. It's a little bit cracked.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's get stuff out. Range.
I need to paint it, but my buddy sent me the parts for the Earthworm Gem custom I'm working on. So he got me the gem piece, and he designed the upgraded pistol. So I basically told him split the gun in half and then, like, you know, make it to where he like got in there and made some big you know, like big upgrades and, like, you know, blow it up, make it look like it, make it a lot bigger in proportion to the actual upgraded suit. And so, you know, like, now it's appropriately sized.
This character has always made me laugh. Such a cool character, though. You know?
Oh yeah, man. I'm eventually going to make Snot the little ooze and have them like hang out on here, but I'm gonna do it completely out of resin and glow in the dark pigment, and I just haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that yet. So I've figured out the whole pigment part. I've had this stuff for a while and I just haven't ever messed with it, but this is just like Green Stuff World glow pigments, and I put some in some UV resin and hardened it. Oh my god, this stuff like creates some ridiculous like you barely put it in any kind of light whatsoever and it just starts glowing like crazy. It's amazing. I guess that probably also depends on how much you're putting in there, but I put a whole bunch in there. I'm gonna try to do some I'm gonna try to make some like rib cage and stuff and put it on a Masterverse Scarecrow or Sector.
Darth says, I enjoy taking pictures in general, but I suck at it too. And he's asking if you got an Android there, Harker.
Yeah, that's Samsung S21 Ultra. And the body is a Cosmic Legions. I think that's the. It's not the. It's either the. It's not the Engineer. Sentry? Might be the Sentry. I can't remember. Whatever the white one is. Let's see. Science officer. Yeah, I love all these. These are great.
Collector's up to some nonsense up there with that dry brushing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there?
Dry brushing my swing arm.
So that's already spray painted, right? You already painted the black?
Yep. Use that Vallejo spray black.
Now you're just showing off. That looks good though.
Thanks, Dan Withheld. I appreciate that. I just got to paint Jim himself in the gun, and he'll be all done. That metallic blue and gold that you see on that are Mr. Metallic from Mr. Hobby. Same kind of metallic we've been messing around with today.
Is that a gunmetal?
Really cool sculpts from
This is Tamiya XF91 gray.
Goodies, more goodies.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch from him. And mind you, be doing a lot for him too. I just need to get these Batman capes out of the way so I can actually do it. Yeah, I got a whole lot.
Darth is asking, what are the settings in your phone for the camera, Harker?
Let's see. Currently, in Pro mode, this is what my settings are.
Give me a sec. I'll make it bigger.
Now, this over here is going to determine the warmth or coolness of the picture. The ISO is going to determine how dark the picture is. The rest of them I don't mess with.
I thought the composition determined how cool it was.
I see what you did there.
But I don't do that.
Oh, and that little thing right there. Well, that right there. That's Buzzy. She does not look happy, but she was. She was. You got him, Darth? I assume you got him. If not, you can play it back.
Here we get the body of the bike.
Very cool.
That Vallejo spray, it did really good.
Yeah, I like using Tamiya on mine because it's got a pretty good amount of self-filling capability on it, depending on how heavy you are on the coating. I usually like to do a couple light coats to get the fill in, and then do like a pretty good medium coat, and then a second medium, and then usually good by then.
Oh, I wonder what Canon's second bike is at right now. Final bike.
Oh, I haven't even looked.
Probably ended, didn't it?
I'm not sure. But my buddy CB Make, SEE.B.MAKE, he made me these things. And this one is like, it's like a Big Daddy drill and head, and this is built to go on like that the full-size page punchers Mr. Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
The one that looks like a Eskimo kinda. And these came out really, really good, or excellent. He made me this is for like Mythic Legions. It's for I don't know, this is just like a big what kind of animal is this? Like
that's the Australian animal.
This is like a Nutrirat. What is this?
No. What the hell is that animal called?
What is it called?
The Australian one. The wallaby.
What is this?
Or no.
Capybara.
How-
Capybara.
Capybara?
Yes.
Capybara.
Yeah, it's capybara. Yeah, so he sent me one of these just randomly.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
here you go, here's one of these. It's like, oh, okay. Why not?
Canon's
I never-
last fight did really well. It did 175.50 at the end.
Oh, nice. He randomly sent me. He makes a lot of these heads. Just like all these parts, he just makes himself. Like he just comes up with the designs. This is another one for like Cosmic Legions. Here's the eyes, and it's just got like a brain.
Crazy.
All little tubes and stuff coming off of it.
Oh, Darth says he got them. He took a screenshot of the settings.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
And here is a from the Goblin
God.
King.
I'll be
That's
right back,
cool.
guys.
All right. That's crazy.
I'm doing a robe. I'm doing a big robe for him, so he sent me one of these. So I could make one for myself if I want. I'll probably end up using him for some Cosmic Legion stuff, though. Actually, he went ahead and painted this one for me. I'm gonna make this into like a Mythic Legion style Beast Man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it on a Mythic Legion's body. I'm gonna do it on a
Revelation.
Marvel Legends Beast body, actually. And he did a like. This is gonna go on a Cosmic Legion's female body, like this, and it'll be kind of like the classic, that cheesecake style, 60s, 70s style
Yeah.
space stories and stuff like that. It's got the classic blaster ray. I'm gonna paint like the suit, like the classic, like 70s style and stuff like that. And it has like a jet pack that I'm gonna fit on there.
Oh, that's cool.
He also sent me a large like blaster rifle that he did, but it has these like pulse upgrades onto it.
Yeah, that almost looks like a futuristic 50.
And
To it.
he sent me this like blast off piece that I just need to really gloss, and all this will of course get painted. You do a little sanding back here on it where the standoffs came off.
Oh, Darth says that head sculpt looks tight. I think that demon one or the goblin one.
And this one is funny, but it's really cool. It'll go on one of those bodies like I have Earthworm Gem on, but it'll start with this head right here, and this is a hole. It goes all the way through. That's actually going to fit a 5mm LED that I am going to run a wire through and make a switch on the back that'll be hardwired and have like a removable battery and everything that'll integrate into the body of the figure itself. Like, so it'll actually have some longevity. So instead of just being a magnetic on and off one, it'll be super bright, because I actually want it to look very, very bright, since it'll actually just be the eyeball. He's making a certain back piece for it right now, and this guy's actually going to be a sort of a cosmic, futuristic handyman. he's going to have on his belt, he is going to have multiple doodads and like different stuff that's going to plug in. Like he'll have like this pouch with just random stuff. These will have like power coils and like just these pouches. But like the funny stuff comes in where he just has like, you know, your regular plunger, and when that isn't working out, he's got to pull out the the upgraded plunger. And of course he's got like all these that have like these openings like this, like the doodad over here has, are made for like hoses that will like
He's a holder, he.
that'll plug in like to this nail gun, and it'll plug into this, and so he'll have like a nail gun that has a scope on it, so he can use this for his handyman stuff. And of course he'll have a pipe wrench that's upgraded with plenty of coils and whatnot on it, so for all his futuristic doodadding. So yeah, that's a little something that that he mostly cooked up, but I threw a couple ideas in there just to make it additionally more ridiculous. The Space Girl is all him though. I tried to make him do a custom butt for her because she has no butt, but he wouldn't do it. So I'm gonna have to get somebody else to make a butt for her. Space butt.
But.
Yeah.
But.
She needs a space butt.
Be right back. Whack this with the rental can.
Bob Vila, the action figure. Yes, pretty much. Space Vila. Instead of this old house, it's this old spaceship. I like where we're going with this. Yep. Prepping a Marvel Legends Beast body is going to be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I don't know why I decided that that's going to be the one for me, but I just did. It's like, you know what? I want to punish myself. I think I want to use a Marvel Legends Beast for my Beastman body.
I'm not sure about the clearance. I think the figure does have decent clearance.
Oh, Marvel Legends Beast? No, it doesn't.
No?
I prepped one before. It's terrible.
Oh, jeez.
No, it rubs all over the place. It's just a total nightmare. It makes Warpath and Omega Red look like a walk in the park.
Oh,
It's like, oh, these aren't bad.
Namath else is a space handyman named Tim. And he's gonna need a flannel shirt, Victor says.
I could probably do like a flannel, like a loincloth or something for him.
Could name him Al.
Yeah.
Because
he's robotic, so I could do like give him some like number designation, AL, and then like a number designation.
AL1. Or
You know, later today, I got to finish fixing this nightmare. This absolute nightmare. I've had this thing on the shelf for a while, and I was gonna trade it to my friend, and well, not trade it. He offered to buy it because I have this like really nice aftermarket cable head, and he wanted it a lot because of that. But I started messing around with this thing, and I remembered all the problems that it had, and I was like, dude, I can't possibly sell you this thing because, I mean, it like this, it just, like, I did nothing, and this thing just came apart. And look at that, I just put this back in and tried to move the leg down, and this part came off. So it's the absolute worst. So, and it's like, it's starting to gap right there, but that's not by design. That's because the leg is literally popping off right there.
Huh.
So I've already fixed 3 spots. Like on the other side, I put made concrete mixture for this side, so this side doesn't pop off now. Like it actually stays on there. I O-ringed this right here, and then I did the same thing on this side, so now these are real super tight. But it's like a cascading effect. So now this is really loose, so now I got to get in there and do this one, because with Revo, it's everything. Like, luckily, I think this one feels tight enough. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have to mess with that one. I don't think I'm gonna have to mess with this one. The arms are fine, but there's things like this weird wrist for like no reason. I cannot find a reason why this needs to exist, but I guess it isn't bothering anything, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But like this hand falls off constantly because the grab on this peg is really shitty. So I have to fix that. Man, this thing is it's fun. It's fun. Like these also, like the belt does this to get up out of the way. So it stays like this all the time when you're posing shit. So I'm gonna go in there, drill a little hole, put some elastic on there so it still can like move a little bit out of the way, but it's just going to stay stuck to the back of this bastard because I don't want this thing to move anymore, but I still want it to be able to move like up and down kind of out of the way. Man, this thing, this whole figure is so annoying. I don't wish this thing upon anybody. And I'm glad I told him that I'm not going to sell it to him. Instead, I'm telling him other stuff that I kind of wish I was going to keep. But oh well.
All right, I'm digging the rough silver from Mr. Ivy.
Yeah,
it is nice. Do what a little bit of putting on here. I can tell it's super bright.
Yeah, I have the rough silver.
Victor's asking, Collector Express, are you customizing a vehicle?
This is a Ghost Rider bike that Custom Cannon made. And bought from them, and it is badass as Dan Ketch Ghost Rider bike.
At least that's what I think.
And I like the number on the side of the engine, 1134. Did you catch that Hulk smash on yours?
I did not. I didn't look. I really haven't really inspected mine.
Up here at the top on the engine cover up here, there's a number 1134. What's it upside down?
1134. Hell.
I'm picking out like some of the highlighted areas I want to be really pop with this rough silver.
Okay.
And I'm going to use to me a chrome silver, the dry brush around the areas. So I want these letters and stuff to really pop.
Oh, that's right. I'm using gun chrome, not rough silver. And metal black for my dark.
You did such a great job on these bikes.
Yes, he did.
Can't wait to get this damn.
So he did. I didn't catch.
Do what now?
Did he do well on the last bike? You said
175 and 5 on it.
That's what it sold for?
Yep.
Okay. Definitely better.
Well, you think about it, there's only 10 of those in the world right now.
And only two were sold to the public. The rest of it sold to us.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them sitting here right now. I have a third of all the ones in existence. But only one's for me.
Yeah, right. We all know you're putting one in like every room you spend the most time in. So like down there where you are now, the living room or maybe the bedroom and obviously the bathroom when you're
he needs another one for the car.
He's
got to put another one in the truck for when he drives.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he works from home mostly, so
yeah.
So it technically is in my office.
Yeah, exactly. The bathroom.
He's using one for a nightlight.
I bought 4 white LED magnetic LEDs to put in mine.
So I'm actually going to be pulling all of my magnetic LEDs out. I'm cutting out a good portion of the bottom of the bike and making a slide part for it or a cap, and I'm putting double A's or triple A's inside of it, a AAA pack, and I'm gonna actually do an LED system on it because the magnetic they're just not bright enough.
Did you get the whites?
Oh yeah, I got the white, and I bought new batteries for them too, just in case the batteries were, because those batteries are they're cheap, they're old. I just don't think I don't think they're bright enough. So I pulled out my
light. Put in yours 2 or 4.
Huh?
How many lights did you put in yours? 2 or 4?
4. And I also added what it would be like if I added 2 more from other angles. I just sticky tacked them and hidden in other places to see what it would look like, and I still didn't like it compared to 2 3-volt warm white LEDs, and it was considerably brighter. I'd say probably the 2 warm white LEDs on a 3-volt system. I'd say it's probably about 5 times as bright as 4 magnetic LEDs in one tire.
So where do the LEDs go?
In the forks.
In the fork. Yeah.
There's the deep pocket in here, and you just drop it down in here. Let's see. Got one. You take your LED, drop it in there,
Okay.
and put your wheel in.
So there's room for it only on one side or both sides?
Both sides.
Both sides.
Okay.
So
When the lights are dim or off, it looks incredible. But I want to, where I'm going to put mine, I'm put mine pretty close in front of me. And I'm still going to do a magnetic switch. I just got to find one. I want to be able to lean forward and just turn it on. And I want to be able to leave it on for a pretty good while. And, you know, just put Duracell lithiums in there and be able to sit there and look at it for a good while without sitting there worrying about those batteries running out and having to, whenever I turn it on, wave a magnet, you know, 4 times over, you know, each side. I just want to have to do it once.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Front fork with some black. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's another thing I like about the Ramen Racer. You could set it up on a USB cord.
Yeah.
And you can leave that thing on all night.
That is another option that I thought of, is just do everything in 12-volt LEDs, because that is something that I could do. Or I could just do a 12-volt step down. Luckily, all this is in my field of knowledge. You know, I'm good with electronics. So it's, you know, I build my own PCs and shit. So I mean, it's definitely all. And before I, you know, was police, I installed custom car stereo for 10 years. So I mean, it's definitely shit that I messed with back then.
This is the black I'm using. The Vallejo Hobby Paint.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
It goes on smooth.
I like it. It's very deep black.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the scratch resistance is like on it.
Doing pretty good.
Did you go straight onto resin or did you prime?
It's a primer. It's a black primer.
Oh, really good.
Show me where you. I'll put you on solo. I want to see where did you paint the silver?
On the rear hubs on the hail. Then one dry brush around it too.
Okay.
I want the really bright silver on those pieces.
Yeah. Give it a little bit of contrast, I guess. Right? Oh, yeah, that looks good. Really good.
you on
Phenomenal. No, 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 no. Phenomenal.
I don't know.
Phenomenal. Good. Put that on the back. The little bit of brush paint around the deeper recesses areas. Not really needed, but get some Mr. Color flat black. Hitting a couple spots.
Let's see if I can fish any freaking sandpaper. I know I used the last bit of sandpaper I had quite a while back. I wonder if an emery board will probably be too strong for that, right?
Oh, I use it back and forth between emery board and sandpaper.
I'm pretty sure my wife's got a few emery boards around here somewhere.
I definitely use emery board. But it's not a metallic one, is it?
No, I think it's a spongy one.
Oh, it's perfect then. I use the hell out of those.
That's what I used. About killed a couple on sand on this thing. Because that resin clogs them up.
Of course, I raise hell when I do them because I'm always slapping the shit out of them on the desk to clear them out.
I just want to glue that piece that's cracked a little bit first just to see.
Before you glue it, do you have any UV resin?
I don't.
That would be the way to go, man. That would be curing it with, that'd be fixing it with the same stuff. It might be worth looking into because glue, all that's going to do is put heat on it, and heat isn't going to cooperate with it because when that glue just uses heat, in order to make an adhesion.
You can pick up a UV flashlight real cheap on Amazon. And
UV resin you can get as cheap as like $8, I think.
You can pick up UV resin too at Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Okay, my niece has one of those. I think she's got one of those nail sets. That's a UV light, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but the flashlight, I think it's like, well, I don't know how much it is there. I don't know what the difference is, but
I got one.
I bought my flashlight for 2 of them. I paid $9.
Yeah, they're not very expensive. I think I got this one's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got $7 in it.
Yeah, that's way bigger than mine. I got this little guy, and I bought 2 of these for $9, and it's great.
And that dries the UV?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Just
boop. How long does it take?
Seconds.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And this is the resin.
What's cool too, you can actually get different colors that UV resin. Yep. Like if you want to, you can get like a different color, like say if you had a recessed area like this one is on the bike here, you can put you a different color resin inside that and just cure it.
Oh.
No, and
dark.
you just
Darth says
And-
thank you for the streams, crew, Whip It crew. Hey man, thanks for coming out to the streams all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And if you see any brand of the resins that have this exact same top, just like this, they're all the same exact brand. They just have a different label on them. Like Green Stuff World sells like theirs, and it's way more expensive. It has this exact same top. You're paying for the brand name. They're made in the same exact factory as this stuff. It's the same stuff. There's no difference. So, yeah, just this is it.
I love these things. This has been the best magnetic LED light. It's been there for a long time, and it still works.
Yeah, that's kick-ass. That that resin, that stuff is diffused so well.
Darth says thank you for always willing to help out, gentlemen.
Oh, pleasure.
Oh yeah, what it's for.
That's what it's all about, my friend.
I've never understood like not wanting to share like how to help people customize. It's like they got this. Some of these people got this weird mentality. If they teach people how to do it, oh, then you won't buy a custom from me if you can pick it yourself. It's like, how many people out there? It's teach people. There's enough people out there that's going to buy customs. It's not going to affect your markets by helping people.
No. And who's to say because you're asking somebody for advice that you're actually going to buy a custom off of them?
I would want to know your techniques. Be open
Right?
about
like,
it.
I mean, just because I'm asking you for a little advice doesn't mean that I'm going to buy a custom off of you. It's obviously because I want to get into the hobby myself.
Well, it's not that too. Well, it's just I don't know. They think if they teach somebody, that person's going to start trying to sell customs too. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's usually exactly it. Like I can tell you for sure that in the cloth goods world, that the vast majority of people that do cloth goods, they are tight-lipped, super tight-lipped about anything. Like even if you ask them, hey, what kind of blades do you like to use on your rotary cutters? They won't say shit. Like, oh man, I'm sorry, dude, I can't tell you that. Like, I don't want to tell somebody, oh, dude, I like to use the exact cheapest ones possible because they're just about all the same. Like, I mean, there's no point. I've asked so many people different things, like, hey, I like those little buckles that you got. You know, like I asked Siegism a long time ago, hey, I like those little buckles that you have on, you know, this thing. Where would I get little things like that? And he's like, oh yeah, I can't tell you that, man. I hope you understand, you know, in this kind of business, pretty cutthroat. I'm like, oh, all right. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. That's how he runs his shit. So, I mean, fine. Sucks, but the way it is. It wasn't until I talked to, I think somebody else that either worked for him or maybe it was, might have been his wife or something, that she got ugly about it. Like, because I asked about thin pleather and whether that was like, I asked if it was like a supplier deal that's like an overseas kind of thing, or if there was some kind of reason why it was hard to find in the US. And she said, you need to stop asking questions. We're not an information something or other. And I was like, whoa, like, okay, fine. You know, I will never talk to you again. That is perfectly fine. That sucks.
Yeah, that's a little far fetched. Holy mac!
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why whenever I get like a Mythic Legions figure or a Cosmic Legions figure that has their stuff on it, I just take it off and I throw it on eBay and I put my own stuff on it. So I don't want any of their stuff because all the cloth goods that are on their product on their stuff, it's all made by them. So I either take it and I make something kind of similar but got my own spin on it, or I just sell it and make some of the money back from the figure, and I make my own shit. Whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything from them anyways.
There's only a couple of things that I've kept, like I probably won't get rid of like this one, for example. Like this one is the Demistros, came from the PowerCon exclusive. I know these pieces weren't even designed by them. I know who designed these, and it wasn't CJism, so I'm perfectly fine with keeping these because I know he didn't even design them. So I'll keep these because I know that for certain. But I did make some alterations. I changed the color of these straps because for some reason they decided that these straps needed to be brown. Like everything else, this figure has black. Here, hold on. Let me change the focus on this.
It's racist.
Like these straps are painted black. Like I made a new belt for this because for whatever reason, my figure didn't have a belt. Like it was just left off in the package. So I made my own belt for this. Like it pretty much, the belt that came on the figure looked just about like this, but I made my own. I made one in black because the one that came with it was also black. But let me adjust this back. Right there we go. That's better. So like the cape, black. This black, and for whatever reason they decided to make these brown. There's nothing else brown, and so I was like, okay, that was a shit decision. So I put, I used Angelus black leather paint and made them, and not to mention, they actually made them way too long. So like the straps, I don't know why I don't know if I just have them on there wrong, or I don't care if I have them on there wrong. They look better like that because of the way the armor has these segments, and then having them cross up lets you see some of the damn armor on the chest. So I mean, you want to see at least some of the chest armor, or else it'll look weird. Yeah.
Well, I just like to say, as co-host of this channel, and I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for the host himself, you'll never find any type of people not wanting to help out here on this channel. We will not tolerate that. And if you are like that, you're not welcome on this channel. So that being said, I'm pretty sure Collector Express agrees with me.
Yep.
We're here to help.
You don't want to help somebody in this hobby.
Yeah.
You're not really participating in this hobby.
No, we're not. You're not welcome here. I'll say it straight up. You are not welcome here. We all help each other out. We all try to help everybody in the chat out. And you know what? Sometimes the people in the chat have helped us out.
Yep.
going back to Modesto, he came on here like when we were still green, and he helped us out with the dyeing process. You know what I mean? It's like he did a live, and like this is what the community is about. You know, one of the people came out and helped us, and it was like, wow, okay, and we made a friend out of it. You know.
Yep.
So that's how it should be in this community. We grew, you know, we came up when I know Collector and I both came up at times where you can, you know, I've said this before, I'll say it again. You were afraid to ask questions because people would literally like step all over you and make fun of you and ridicule you for asking questions, and it's like that's not the way a hobby like this should be, you know.
No.
I never used to ask questions because of that very reason. I used to see some they used to call them the noobs, you know. The noobs used to come up and just ask a simple question because they want to get into the hobby. And you should have seen the sarcasm and the ridicule they had to go through. It's like, no, man, that's bull.
There's a lot of elitism, and I thought for sure that elitism was going to die down a lot with 3D printing, like going like heavy, because a lot more people were going to have access to a lot of high quality items, so their capability of printing out something that looks awesome and will raise the bar when it comes to like just kit bashing, you know, just the ability of doing a really nice kit bash.
Awesome 3D parts is the bike and these helmets I'm working on right now.
But the problem is, it's actually now raised the elitism because a lot of those same people are now have become sellers on Etsy and stuff, and they've just become,
or make you sign up for their Patreon or to buy your...
Yeah, and all they're doing is buying the same STL files as everybody else, and and all they're doing now is a lot of these people are just buying followers. I've noticed, and it's really odd that they're just buying followers, so they go up 300 followers every couple of weeks, and then they drop some at the end of the month, and it's like a like who has more followers battle to try to look more popular and sell more stuff. And it's that is like become toxic, which is, I don't want the custom community to become that. It will really ruin it, you know.
I see more positive now than negative. I guess maybe that's
I wish I could say the same, man.
You know what though? Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that's because of the company I keep. Like, I'm not gonna bother. Like, if I see somebody acting a certain way and I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, it happens. I run into people where I could just tell by the way they're posting their stuff or the way they're reacting towards questions. I'm like, you know what? Don't care about this person. Don't need them in my life. I have a good amount of people in the customizing community that I know that I can go to if I have, hey, I got an idea. I want to make this custom. What do you think? Help me out here. How many times have we done that?
I'm almost certain it's because I see more of the retail side of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guarantee you that's what it is, because I'm not into that side of it, right? But that's where you're going to get the uglies.
Oh, it's where they go straight to jail. They sell it STL file, jail. Sell a head, jail.
Oh yeah, that's the ugly part of the retail. Oh damn, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's
dog eat dog.
And they treat a lot of those things like they're the ones that came up with the damn thing. You bought these things, quit acting like they're yours. I know the guy that you bought them from? Shut up.
It's like people were trying to like buy the files from Canon for the bike, and Canon's like, no, y'all be selling my files in a week.
Oh hell, he's not gonna get.
Yeah, I'll turn around and sell the file.
I don't see him giving those files to anybody.
Hell no. How hard he worked on those?
Oh
hell no.
You'll get somebody who tries to redo it. All the power to them.
I shipped my stash from Frozen Prime. And I got Fans Toys Masterpiece Pipes Transformer, Overdrive, Demon Form Gohan from Superhero SHV Arts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 3.
Hey, more dry brush paper.
Yeah. I was making sure. Oh, these Black Panthers have showed up at Ollie's.
Oh, how much? $8?
$9.99.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
Still cheaper than. I've decided to go ahead and get a dry brush palette. This is actually
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. This is like supposed to be pretty dang good for it.
Yeah, they had this wave and that reissue wave at the Ollie's and the next town over.
Sweet.
I'm hoping to see those Cobra Crimson Vipers. No, not Crimson Vipers. Crimson Guard. I've seen pictures. I don't know if they've been faked or what, but if they're real,
And
I buy the shit out of them.
getting fucking fancy on it right here, man, with my new dry brush brushes.
Now you're just showing off.
All right. These are crazy. I haven't even used them yet.
Those look like it belong to somebody important before you.
Yeah, right. I'm not actually afraid to use them. Like shit, I need to go back to using my ghetto stuff. I don't even know what to do with these. Bought this fancy thing. Bought all this. I don't even want to use them.
And one of the former presidents owned those brushes.
Right.
Hank Solo says they are a real collector. Those pictures, he thinks they are real. The Crimson Guard.
If they are, I hope they are. And if I see them, I'm going to buy every one I can. $5 a piece, Crimson Guards.
That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
Verana and Dusty are in that same wave. They're hitting some too.
What is in this green? What's in this Black Panther wave in front of me?
I still need Dusty.
I want an extra Dusty for the head. Then I'll buy Falcon. I never bought Falcon because I'm not buying it long as I got it's got that head on it and I don't have a replacement. I figure he's got to go on clearance because nobody wants that thing.
Surprisingly, he's not on clearance yet.
I know.
I mean, everything on the figure is pretty good except for the head, right? Like, I have him. I didn't notice anything. Maybe I'm distracted by how terrible the head was, but I think
a lot of people
good.
There's
a lot of people don't like the boots either.
Yeah, the boots are the same one Recondo has, and those are hit or miss if they're good or not. I got 2 sets of Recondo legs. The boots don't seat right, and the hips don't seat right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we went over
Yeah.
that.
Then I
I got
I
lucky
bought
on mine,
two loose
that's right.
ones on eBay without all their accessories. The hips and boots are fine. So it's a hit or miss.
Hank Solo says 2 different YouTubers have covered it. Also, a film of a Goodwill and Classified has appeared. Hey, we got Su Tang Wong and Hank Solo both say,
Hello, family.
hello.
Family, 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 family.
Think about using this head and this body and make a DC Comics Wave Rider.
Ooh.
No, Wave
Yeah, he
Rider
looks
don't have
similar.
Wave Rider don't have the fire eyebrows, but yeah, he's so little known character. I like him.
Yeah,
but
I'm
so many
sitting here
people-
trying to think about who the hell is Wave Rider, and I can't.
He's black and gold, so and I can totally get by with having the fire eyebrows. 'Cause I don't feel like resculpting them. Just need to fill in these little lines on the forearms for Black Panther. What'd be cool if somebody would with 3D modeling would start making gear packs for like Marvel Legends, where you can do slide on pieces for the forearms for gloves, gauntlets, and stuff, belts,
Yeah.
technical gear. Even you can actually make, if you get the right measurements, you do it right, you can make a slide-on piece and do boots. Pop the feet off and do a slide-on boot. Just take somebody being taking the time to develop it. The ingenuity.
Hank Solo's, sorry. He says the film of Goodwill looked real. I also found classifieds at Goodwill online in my state. Oh. Interesting.
I didn't know Goodwill bought overruns like Ollie's and stuff. I thought it was just all donation stuff. That's new to me.
Goodwill getting into the retail game, shit.
I know they've gotten picky about what they'll take now at Goodwill.
Yeah, no, they're not doing anything antique now.
I took some old rollator walkers. They wouldn't take one of them because it was dusty, had pine pollen on it. Nothing else wrong with it, just had pollen on it. And I was like, "Oh, we can't take that." Are you serious?
Talk about really making people think twice about donating stuff.
That's weird. Are they going to go through what's next? Are they going to go through your clothes and make sure that nothing's off-brand?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people are actually getting ridiculous when it comes to situations where people are trying to be good. For example, when the tragedies were going, I don't know if I want to say dates, but you know that date that's actually coming up next week.
Right.
When that stuff happened, they were asking for blood all over. So I mean, thousands of Canadians were donating blood to send over, and my friend was like, "Oh, I'm going to give blood tonight." I'm like, "Okay." I go, "Let me know. Let me know how it goes." I can go with you the next day or whatever. I wouldn't mind helping out myself, right? So he actually went after work that day, and he was hit with a ton of questions. He's like, "Okay, I understand. I'll answer all the questions, whatnot." And then they're like, "Okay, you know what? We'll take your number, and then we'll let you know." So the next day, he gets a phone call saying, "No, we have enough blood, so you don't have to really give any." And I'm like, "But there's commercials all over the place saying they're begging for blood."
They're looking for rare. Guarantee you, they're looking for what are all the rare ones, like O negative and like what are the other ones? Shit, I don't even know.
Well, you know what though? If people are willing to donate blood, I think you should take it, because it's not like that any of that's going to go to waste. Hospitals, whatnot, you know what I mean? It's like, let me get some of these comments there. Darth says you'll find Marvel Legends at Ross too. Oh yeah, we know that.
Oh yeah.
Ross at one time had the Hydra Stompers like for $12. They didn't hit my area, but I saw people colliding.
That's what Darth just said right now. He bought the Hydra Stomper at Ross for $11.99 about 3 months ago. And Hank Solo says, my friend bought a couch from that store. They burned it because it had bed bugs.
Oh.
Ooh.
What a bargain, Darth. Yeah. That's why I see some people they'll toss out like furniture and stuff like that, couches, whatnot, and then people just go grab it, bring it right to their house. Like, I mean, if you're gonna do something like that and it looks decent, have it professionally cleaned before you bring it into your house.
Yeah.
You know, like, because you don't know what's in those couches. Su Tang Wong says, "What? I just bought my Hydra Stomper."
Not the Build-A-Figure Hydra Stomper. It's the big one.
I'll be honest with you. I prefer the non-Build-A-Figure. Do you see the size difference in the two?
The Build-A-Figure one just looks kind of weird, man. When he takes the helmet off, you kind of look at it kind of weird. I don't know about that. Strange.
That I thought they were going to be the same size roughly, and then I saw the review on it yesterday. No, you know how much of a difference in size they are. The old one is almost 2 times bigger.
What? Then what's
the new one's
damn point?
I don't get it, because they just had that one released, and it's why would you make another one?
You know why? Because
an inferior one.
You know what it is? Because you know how the Iron Man armors get smaller and more sleek and whatnot. Apparently, at the end of the What If show, Nick Fury and Captain Carter told what's his name there, Steve Rogers, "Oh, look what we found." And apparently it's that newer armor, which is smaller. So I don't know. I guess we'll see more of it in the next What If series, but I'll be honest with you, I like the big monster Hydra Stomper better.
Yeah, I think that's more cool because Captain Carter can ride on it. That was kind of the whole point. It made it super cool.
And it looks like somebody can actually go inside that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like. I mean, don't get me wrong. Steve is like ultra tiny, but I don't know. How does he ball up in that one or what? in the fetal position.
Yeah, no, I like the
He's like
I just
Lieutenant Dan now. He ain't got no legs.
I wish I got another one of the big ones. Those would be cool just to have in a setup. But shit, for $11.99, I would have probably bought 3 more.
Starting
I got this for $20. Not bad.
Let's go ahead and army building.
Which one is better, the What If or the MCU? I don't think there is an MCU one, is there?
Well, they're probably considering the Disney Plus wave, that new one. The Disney MCU.
The Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both What If, but I think the old one is better. In my opinion. It just looks like a big monster machine, whereas the new one, the Build-A-Figure, is more sleek and it's smaller, like a lot smaller. Yeah, the Darth says he just measured the Hydra Stomper. It's between 9.5 and 10 inches. Yeah, it's a big boy. I just couldn't believe the size difference between the two. I wouldn't have believed it unless I saw it yesterday.
I mean, I figured it was going to be a little smaller. When I looked at the Build-A-Figure, I was like, it's probably going to be a little smaller from the looks of it.
No, it's a lot smaller. You're right, though. That old one's cool because you can actually have Carter riding on it.
Yeah.
Sutang Wong's asking, is there a new Hydra Stomper? Yeah, it's the new What If Disney Plus wave. It's the Build-A-Figure. It's a smaller, more sleek version of the Hydra Stomper. It's actually silver.
Which they've had no media where it's been represented that way. So don't even know why it looks like that. It's not look like that in the show.
Yeah, Darth says the new to Build-A-Figure Hydra Stomper looks ridiculous. I can tell it's way smaller than the original green one. Yeah, big time. I was tempted to buy all the Stompers that day to army build, but passed on it. Man, I would have bought at least 1 or 3 more. Because, man, that would have been cool for $12.
I use them in my G.I. Joe display.
Yeah, you could do that too. You know what that looks like? It looks like it's basically like a tank, but a mobile. You know what I mean? Like a robotic tank. Batfan1 says, if you guys are only retouching or not repainting a whole figure, how do you color match? Do you just eyeball it or get close enough? Usually it's just eyeballing, right?
I custom mix my flesh tones, so I add a little bit of brown, yellows, whites to my flesh tones already pre-mixed. So try to my best to get as close as I can.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty close with some flesh tones myself, but there's gonna be certain colors that are gonna be probably impossible to like match up.
Actually, looks. That's funny. I'm actually removing the paint that McFarlane put on this Kyle Rayner head, and it looks better. The paint he actually used, he painted over top of flesh-colored plastic, and he made it so dang pale.
Su Teng Wong is asking, "What's the worst color to paint with?" My opinion, yellow and white. I'm pretty sure a lot of customers that don't like yellow.
It's still yellow.
Yep.
Well, I mean, a lot of it has to do with pigmentation. It's yellow. Yellow just sucks.
Yeah, yellow is probably the number one thing you'll hear from a customizer.
Man, what in the world? I'm scrubbing the paint they put on the lips. It's not coming off.
You guys, fortunately, with yellow, if you're ever going to do a custom that's got majority of yellow, there are figures out there that you could probably buy that are already yellow. And what's the bottle here? The best way to
Prep paint is not to
pick
a base figure that's the color that you're wanting to paint.
Exactly, especially if it's yellow.
Yeah.
That's when I built my One Punch Man.
Yeah.
I kit bashed, put together a couple of figures so I could have all yellow parts that need to be yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I still paint it yellow over top to have like a uniform color, but started with the yellow base.
Su Teng Wang says, gave up painting my custom saves. Too much yellow. Yeah, it's I'm also hesitating. Like, I want to make a saber tooth, but man, the yellow, it gets you to the point where you don't want to start it.
I even tried the Mr. Color thinner, and it wasn't taking that whatever they put on the lips off.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't know what kind of paint they used. It's not budging.
Well, the next upgrade from Mr. Color Thinner is just flamethrower.
It can't be stuck if it's melted.
Yeah. Pretty much the only direction to go from there is flamethrower.
It's like the work on the car. It can't be stuck if it's liquid. If this Monet torso, I noticed around the waist area wasn't allowing her legs to stand straight. I'll actually shave down some material through here. That way the legs can be displayed straight instead of an A stance all the time.
On your Monet?
Yep. They're all that way. Without shaving that material down, your legs are like this. Now I can do this.
Mine's not that bad. Huh.
Mhm. You got glue all over the face too. I ran that when I was trying to strip Lobo's face. They around the hairline, they put so much glue on it, and could not strip it off. Because the glue had encased the paint.
Something one was asking is Monet on spinneret thighs.
Yep, these are spinneret legs.
He's saying usually spinneret needs longer pegs to fit her thighs.
Yeah, I noticed I ran into that when I was putting the spinneret legs on Julie Carpenter Spider Woman.
Yeah.
I had to modify her waist piece so her legs to go straight.
Oh, did you go ahead and pick up that one from Dawn? The new
No,
one?
no, the one I customized a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
This is not a good head sculpt.
For a minute, I had my head down as I was trying to fix this this cape. I thought you were talking about Monet for a second, and I was about to like freak out on you.
No, I like her head sculpt.
Her head sculpt is amazing. Have you already hit the her gold with the rough gold?
No, not yet. I haven't done anything except for just modifying the waist piece, and I swapped her arms out for a little while with what you call it, moonstone arms, which they look good on this body, but they're just more muscular than I want for the character I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
And you'd have to dye on too and all that stuff, and that was worth it. And let's get back on the truss. This is wash it dry by now.
It's too quiet in here, so I gotta wake people up.
Hey, you guys.
Something wrong. They are discounting some G.I. Joes on Amazon.
Let's check that out. Zoom in a little bit. I'm doing this.
Uh, something I was asking, what's everyone's thoughts on the new HasLab? Have they actually officially announced it?
Oh, you missed what we was talking about that earlier.
I know what happened to the leak, but
Yeah, if that's it, if at $200, it'll get funded easily.
well, that's more like it.
Yeah, that's a decent price. If they try to release a Giant Man the same price as the Sentinel, it would have failed very quickly.
Yeah, if they would have did that whole Hank Pym lab crap, it would have been horrible.
Nah, man.
That would have been a nightmare.
People could make their own dioramas, or they could buy you can buy stuff like that looks like a lab or whatever. You know what? People aren't going to spend.
It was like supposed to be what Ant-Man, Giant Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket, it might have had and tiers were supposed to have wasps, like all different wasps, and that's it. That was supposed to be the whole thing. Oh, and yeah,
that was
there was different modules for the lab or some crap.
Yeah, no thanks.
No prototyping, because I tried to get some prototype shots from him. He's like, dude, there ain't no prototype shots. It's like there's some digital renders, but I ain't getting into anybody's computer to look at that shit.
Something wrong because I think it's
like,
just
you're my
Giant
buddy.
Man,
You're my buddy, but I ain't losing my job for anybody.
What's that? The Hulk Smash? Hulk Smash? What was that?
Oh,
Can you hear?
something wrong was just saying. He thinks it's just Giant Man, and he says, I mean, people would like it, but it's just a tall human, in my opinion. I don't know. It all depends on the tiers too, right? I'll be honest with you. I have the Toy Biz one. I was fortunate enough to get most of the pieces separately through trades back in the day, and I really like it. He's about what, 14, 15 inches tall. I know this HasLab is going to be a lot taller, but at the same time, I don't know.
My guess is, we were talking about earlier, my guess is going to be about 2 feet tall.
About the size of the Sentinel?
Sentinel's smaller, bigger than that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think it's going to be smaller than Galactus and the Sentinel.
Still, 2 feet tall is not a bad height for a Giant Man, right?
Yep, that's about the size of a Titan class transformer, like a Fort Max and Metroplex.
And it's a hell of a lot bigger than the Toy Biz one.
Mm-hmm. There's no reason it can't be that size for $200 because when they did the Sentinel, Titan class transformers were less than $150, and they were 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's why I never got the Sentinel because I thought it was a ripoff.
Something on says we have that giant green Captain America guy already. Oh, that's just a 12-inch
Super Adaptoid. Yeah.
Adaptoid, yeah.
That'll be hitting Ollie's for too long. But give it a few months, it'll be at Ollie's because nobody's buying it.
That's when I would take that. Something wrong says I would kill for an Onslaught Phase 1, 2.
Got an accurate onslaught, good size onslaught. That'd be killer.
Sector 2813 says $200 seems way overpriced for a 24-inch figure.
Well, it's Hasbro pricing, yeah. So $200 for a 24-inch figure, and biggest toy company in the world. Well, they've bumped Titan class Transformers to $200 now too. So let's figure a $200 price point, 2 feet tall, Titan class.
I don't know. Something wrong. I get it. A big Apocalypse would be cool, but I would rather have something that's supposed to be that size. I know Apocalypse could grow in height, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, man. It's like it's hard to make a choice, but it'd be nice to have some of the bigger characters, like if they were gonna do something like 24 inches, maybe how about a little bit smaller, and for $200 give us like a double, like Giant Man versus Goliath. You know, make them both about what, 18 to 20 inches tall. I think $100 for each one's not too much to ask. What do you guys think?
Today's market, they'll never do a $100 figure for especially like a HasLab. It'd be a miracle if we get it for $200. If that price is real, but
Yeah.
they could totally do it for that price.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You get two of them, like Goliath.
Yeah. They could totally do it for that price, but they won't.
Like, give us something like that where it's more than one character that's the giant size. Like, I mean, if you want to justify $200 price tag, you got to make it a little bit more worth it. Because again, I don't see it's a fair price, but I still don't see a lot of people wanting to spend $200 on just a Giant Man, right?
Yep.
Like Sector says, McFarlane Batmobile is 22 inches, and it's $70. Right? And that's a lot of plastic going into that Batmobile.
Well,
I know
the
it's not
Batmobile shows
particular.
that's what the Engine of Vengeance should have cost.
Yes.
The Engine of Vengeance was way overpriced. You got these Toy Channel shields talking about, Hasbro would have given us a quality product for $350. Bullshit. It was a Bratz car, Barbie car.
Are you trying to tell me that it was better than this 22-inch Batmobile? No.
It does have. It was going to have more features than the Batmobile. Give it that. It was going to have lights and sounds, but that does not make it worth $350.
As opposed to 70.
Yeah. Well, the 70 is only for the one that comes with Batman, the gold label. The standard release Batmobile, the Flash Batmobile, was $59.99.
Yeah. So you're already getting a figure for $70.
Yep.
So there's a tier right there.
I'm fucking stoked for that Batmobile, the new one.
Amazon delayed mine, so I probably won't get it. They'll probably cancel it.
Something else is knowing Hasbro.
The Sector was kind enough. Sector was kind enough to hook me up with a Flash one.
Sorry, you got one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sector hooked me up with one. And I sent him a Fortnite boat too.
Beautiful. What's this? Knowing Hasbro, they may make Doc Ock a tier. Like how for Giant Man, just like how Ghost Rider had Madeline Pryor. Doc Ock always throwing in random packs. Yeah.
Who should we? It's a tier for Giant Man. People like Doc Ock, don't they? But we've made 15 already. All the better. Throw it in there.
What are we going to change up on it? Let's make him slightly darker green.
Yeah.
And the final tier.
The worst final tier ever was for Galactus.
Oh, yeah.
That stupid Dr. Doomhead.
Oh, the Doomhead. I got rid of that thing quick.
It's still. I never took it out of the box. It's in the box in my attic.
I think I sold that thing for like $30 or something like that. $40.
You know what I would have loved, and I would have probably displayed it that way? An empty helmet and a Galen head.
You know what I would have rather had?
Another Herald?
$20 off coupon.
Sector says the boat rocks.
Just give me the final tier. It should have been a discount.
The this boats are rocking. Don't come a knocking.
They'll make Doc Ock in a suit like in the 90s. Nah, you know what? I think if they're going to make a tier.
That's going out of their way, man.
No, dudes. I'm sorry. I got
Doc Ock in a suit would be what something people would actually want. I would want that. So they definitely wouldn't do that.
You know what one of the tiers is going to be for Giant Man, right? It's going to be Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
He goes,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about it. You know what else is big? And we could be all wrong. What if it's Ultimo?
That would be cool.
I would want an Ultimo. He is standing over a hero in that little silhouette picture. He is standing over top of heroes and villains.
Sector says voice ability in Galactus, and something while I'm saying Ultimo with a question mark. He's a big robotic villain.
Iron Man villain.
You want to pull him up?
Well, he's basically a Avengers tier villain. He's a giant beast of a character.
I mean, remember that animation from back in the day where Spider-Man's trying to fight him, and then Iron Man shows up, and then the Hulk comes to finish him off?
I can't remember.
That was a cool animation. That was like probably about the time where I first started talking to you.
I can't remember.
I think I got that on my on an external hard drive. I got all the parts to it. It was a cool little like mini movie. Was it Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? It was actually... I don't know who did this. It was just a little mini movie. Shit, I can't remember. I don't have any any more info on it. I can't remember. It's been years. It just showed Spider-Man. He's fighting this big robot, and shows him trying to call for help on his cell phone. Iron Man shows up. They're both fighting this thing, and then out of nowhere, the Hulk just ends up coming over and finishing the job with them. Yeah, I wish I had more info. I just can't remember who made this little video or whatever, but it's pretty cool. I bet you if you go on YouTube, you'll probably find it. Just put down Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man versus Ultimo. Something wrong says if they shrunk down the 12-inch Hasbro Wolverine, it would be the best ML Wolverine ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, they had some good sculpts on those.
They shrunk that 12-inch. Yeah. You know what? That looks so cool. Let me make that solo. Wow. And you got a helmet for him, or are you going just like that?
It's a collar piece that goes around the...
Yeah, the collar piece, not the helmet. So, yeah.
It'll go like that.
Yeah. That looks good. Lucky they made this Batman, eh?
Yeah.
Now you got a proper scaled Atrocitus.
Yeah, that one is giant. That Build-A-Figure. I got the Build-A-Figure. I'm going to turn it into Scolex.
I'm still okay with the giant one.
But he's not that big in the comics.
I know.
He's just a little bit taller than like a regular character.
I want to see something. Give me a sec.
You're like 6'6" or something like that. Oh. Put the lid on the... Size difference.
Take your kid to work day.
It's not really the proper build for Scolex, but it works better for Scolex than it does for Atrocitus.
Wow. Okay. I sent you the link to that little movie. I don't know if there's a way you're able to put it up for everyone to see.
No, we can't play it. It'd be a copyright strike. Can't play stuff like that. I'm gonna put the link in the chat though.
Okay, yeah. So, I sent it to you on Messenger. So anybody who wants to watch it, it's the full video. It's about 4.5 minutes long.
What are you sizing that Atrocitus up with? 1/12 scale?
What, this one?
Yeah.
It'll look like a DC UC collection and Marvel Legends.
Okay. Because Atrocitus is like 8 foot tall.
That's wrong. He's not that big.
He's about that big. He's at least like over 7'5".
Might be too big for Scalux, but I like it.
This is
the work.
This is a 10-inch figure or a 9-inch figure.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's only 6'7".
That's what I figured. He's 6'6", 6'7", somewhere around there. Well, 6'6", what I said originally.
Scalux is about like 8-9 inches.
Yeah,
right?
Scalux is that big. Scalux.
It makes me laugh how they made the figure of Scalux on the tiny little body.
Yeah.
Funny.
Of course, Mattel put Atrocitus on that same little body.
I know, and Scalux is like Kilowog size.
Yeah.
No, 2011 and present on Prime Earth, he is now 7'9".
Atrocitus.
Yeah, Atros, later going by the name of Atrocitus, leader of the Red Lantern Corps, he is 7'9".
My DC Universe ends in 2011.
Yeah.
Right before when they did the new 52 reboot.
Present.
When they did the new 52 reboot, I don't give a shit.
Did any of you guys watch that video?
No, I haven't watched
it.
it.
No.
No.
The guys in the chat.
No, don't watch it. You're watching the live stream. You think they watch it and they got to go away from the live stream.
Well,
You telling people to leave our video?
jeez, I forgot about that. No, watch it after we're done.
Comment on the video after in the stream afterwards. Don't leave now.
Someone wasn't thinking. Jeez.
Pre-2011, he was 6'7".
Yeah, New 52 also made Bane into a Hulk. So
yeah, I know. That I don't get. I'll never understand why people think Bane should be 8 feet tall. The Venom doesn't make him bigger.
Dig on that.
Yeah, the Venom is not supposed to make you grow. It just makes you more muscular.
Yeah. It's like
It's not like a hide formula.
I'm sorry,
Batman used to use Venom.
That Bane is way too big to go into a regular size collection, man.
That Mega Fig.
Yeah, I wanted Bane. I was looking forward.
People are in love with that thing too.
I know. I understand, but at the same time, I can't, man. Like, I mean, I collect 6-inch mainly, so if I wanted that figure to go into my 6-inch collection, there's no way. I don't mind him being a little bit bigger, but
A little bit taller, a little bit baller.
Yeah, like, I mean, if he was proper McFarlane 7-inch size, I think that fits in well with the 6-inch line.
Well, that's what screwed us up. We remember when the McFarlane line first started. It's like, well, he was making everything 7-inch. No matter who the character is, they were 7 inches tall. So let's be perfect. When he makes like Bane or somebody, we'll just buy that. We can put that in a collection because it'd be 7 inches tall. Then he introduced the Mega Figs. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, something along that vein fits Storm Collectibles 112-inch scale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's injustice, though.
The Storm Collectibles you gotta say 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
It's because their scale is all over the place, like McFarlane, and nothing of theirs is actually a 1/12 scale. It's all big.
Yeah, those Storm collectibles, some of those things are way oversized, man.
I built my 1/12 scale Bane on a Guile body.
That'd be a good one.
It would be. Was that a Storm you use?
Uh-huh.
Storm collectible gal?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good size for him.
And let me see if I can get it without anything falling down.
Take wagers, everybody. If you can't get the figure out without making figure dominoes. No, I usually can't. Especially if it's a big character on the back shelf.
Oh no, you're taking people down with them. Hey, he did it.
You think so?
Nope. Guile and Ryu went into this, and a fuck ton of engineering, actually.
That's a funny way to say Ryu.
Let me adjust my focus here.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
You got the tubing in the back. Wow.
That's pretty dope, man.
And that's all Guile?
And Ryu.
This is Ryu right here.
Oh, okay.
This is Guile right here.
Sits there wrong, says it's Ryu, not Ryu.
Yeah. Ryu, but it's Ryu, but not Ryu, but Ryu, but when you type it out, it's Ryu.
This
Ryu,
was
Ryu.
not the easiest thing in the world to to get engineered to go in quite right. Definitely pretty tough. But yeah, that's
Damn, Mace Bean.
that's my bang, and it's not ridiculously oversized.
Nah, he's bigger than Batman. That's all that, you know.
Yep. It looks like he could, you know.
Yeoman Killer. I don't like the alligator style Killer Croc either. So when they did the Nightfall, that was the classical Croc. We still looked like a scaly guy, and he broke both of Croc's arms
Next to a Mayfex.
Yeah, that's a good size.
So like see the head still looks like a normal sized head.
As it should. It's just his body that gets swole, right? That's what the venom should do to it.
He's already a big muscular guy, and the more muscular you are, the better the venom works.
Yeah. It's not Reed, it's Red. Something wrong says that's one expensive Bane, over $200.
Yeah. Even more now. considering how expensive the figures are worth now compared to when I bought them.
True,
I
but
paid retail for the figures, but now they're probably worth about double what I paid or more.
yeah, but you also have a Bane that nobody else has.
It's very true. And I've been offered a lot for this. I've been offered 750, 800 about.
I'm sure you can make your money back easily.
Oh, I wouldn't take that even if I was offered 1,500. I still wouldn't take it.
All right, fellas, we've crossed the 3-hour mark. I think it would be time to call it a night.
Yeah.
All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. And tomorrow, Geek Fusion and I will be doing our toy geek talk tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Y'all want a little different format, more like a podcast style format where we're sitting talking. Feel free to come join us there. Remember to do that wonderful YouTube and stuff, is liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. We'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Later.
Have a good one.
Night.